Welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy deep stories filled with mystery, hidden history, and cosmic secrets, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter in the world of Lord of the Mysteries. Let's quickly recap Chapter 217, Mr. Door's description. Klein reads Roselle's longest diary yet, where Mr. Door reveals the truth behind the War of the Four Emperors. The Black Emperor, Blood Emperor, Night Emperor, and the Emperor of the Underworld, Death. In that war, the first three fell while Death grew stronger and mad. Even gods can lose their sanity. Mr. Door also mentioned two terrifying truths. The law of Beyonder characteristic indestructibility, that power never disappears, only transfers. And the law of similar sequence conservation, meaning power within each pathway is fixed. These revelations shook Klein's understanding of history and mysticism. He realized the fourth epic was filled with chaos, fallen gods, and eternal power that never truly dies. And now let's continue with Chapter 218, Free General Knowledge. June 3rd. After discussions with Edwards and others, Roselle abandoned his plan to cooperate with the Church of the Eternal Blazing Sun. Doing so would expose his ambitions too early, allowing his enemies, especially the Sauron family, to strike first. It was far too dangerous. He mourned Grimm's death in the Sea of Fog. The sharpest mind among them was gone. Descend into chaos, Roselle wrote. Only in turmoil could he seize his chance, fishing in troubled waters, forcing the Church to acknowledge him. Maybe even aid the rebels if he could do so without revealing himself. June 4th. Zarat, the leader of the secret order, paid Roselle a sudden visit. Klein's interest was piqued. This meeting happened right before the Great Rebellion. Yet the diary pages revealed little of their discussion. Still, as Klein read on, he could feel the weight of history. He recalled the rebellion of 1173, where Roselle crushed the uprising, declared a republic, and became consul. For 19 years, Roselle's reforms turned his nation into an industrial powerhouse. By 1192, he crowned himself emperor. But 6 years later he perished mysteriously, ending one of the most legendary eras in human history. Klein couldn't shake the feeling that unseen forces, Beyonders, and secret organizations had shaped those events. One note caught his eye. 8th April, I have to send someone to investigate the secret order. I can't remain passive anymore. Roselle had been manipulated once, but never again. Klein sighed as the diary ended there. He'd have to wait for the next tarot gathering, when the hanged man would bring more pages. Even a century later, Roselle's words still offered insight into the hidden world and the secret order's influence. After placing the diary pages on the bronze table, Klein looked at the members of the tarot club. Justice, the hanged man, and the sun. A phrase from Roselle's diary echoed in his mind. God who created all deities, an omnipotent and omniscient God. It reminded Klein of the City of Silver's ancient faith. Could this knowledge trace back to an even older organization, one from before the Forsaken Land was sealed? With a faint smile, Klein said. Roselle mentioned some hidden history in his diary and also shared some simple general knowledge. I think it's time I tell you all. Audrey Justice felt her heart race. Mr. Fool was speaking on his own, giving them knowledge freely. The hanged man stayed calm on the surface but was burning with curiosity. And the sun, unfamiliar with Roselle's name, looked on quietly. Audrey quickly offered. Mr. Fool, if this information is valuable, I'm willing to pay for it. Klein chuckled. There's no need, this is simple general knowledge, and as the summoner of this gathering, I should let you all know. Klein began. The first law, the law of Beyonder characteristic indestructibility. A Beyonder's characteristic can never be destroyed or reduced, it only transfers from one carrier to another. Audrey's eyes widened. It was simple yet terrifying. When a Beyonder dies, their power doesn't vanish, it lingers in remains, in relics in the very air. Power sustained by death itself. She thought of her earlier question, would a pathway end if all its Beyonders vanished? Now she knew, no, the power never disappears, it only changes hands. She steadied her breathing. You chose this path, Audrey, she told herself, face it. Then Klein continued. The second law, the law of similar sequence Bayonder characteristics conservation. Everyone froze. The term sounded profound and unfamiliar. After a pause, the hanged man asked carefully, "Why similar sequence, Mr. Fool?" Klein smiled faintly. "What do you wish to pay for the answer?" Even general knowledge, it seemed, had its price. And with that, the chapter ends, another revelation in the world of Lord of the Mysteries. If you enjoyed this breakdown of chapters 217 and 218, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more LOTM story recaps and lore analysis. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and don't get lost in the fog.